Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm making the video a little bit earlier in the day today, which is good. And I've been thinking about a lot more about, yeah, and here I am nervous and, I've already ruined the video and now I need to stop and start a new one because this is embarrassing. Now I've been thinking a lot about fear, and I've been thinking about, for your benefit, it would probably be good for me to think about specific things and say, oh, here's the three things that I was thinking about today, or the three things I was pondering today. And I think I am going to do that just so I'm a little bit better focused in my videos. But today I'm not quite there. But it's been a really good day. I've been pondering a lot about fear, digging deep. I haven't been working stuff back as much. I did work a few things back a little bit today. Maybe just one thing back today. But I was kind of wanting just to kind of define what it means to overcome fear, because I think there's a lot of things that people think is overcoming fear that I personally don't think is overcoming fear. And that's, not right, wrong, good or bad for me or them or whatever, but just different. For example, and maybe it's just semantics, but for example, the other day when I walked up and sat next to the beehives, to me that's not overcoming fear. That's doing something that I'm afraid of. But that doesn't mean that I have overcome the fear. It means that I had the courage to do something I was afraid of. And to me, there's a big difference. Similarly, let's say I've got issues, which I do, with the attractiveness of my face, right? I personally don't feel like I have an attractive face. Sometimes I feel like I'm good looking. Sometimes, or a lot of the times I don't. But a lot of times I do. But there's that fear that I'm not going to be found attractive, that I'm not attractive to women. Me being interested in women but I'm not going to be attractive to women. And so I could say, well, I'm going to go get plastic surgery and I'm going to fix these features that I don't like and make my face something that, is more stereotypically beautiful to a woman. And then let's say I go get that plastic surgery, and now I feel more attractive and women are more attracted to me and all that. And my fear goes away. But that's not overcoming fear. That's hiding the fear. That's putting something in the way of the fear so that I can avoid the fear. And so that's another thing. It's not fear, or it's not overcoming fear. So I've been thinking about, all right, well, what does it look like to completely overcome fear? And to me, to overcome fear means that put you in that situation that's fearful, completely like immerse yourself in that situation that's fearful, and you don't feel fear. Not that you've found tools to overcome, not that I learned these 7 different sentences that I can use to break the ice when there's somebody that I'm interested in and I want to talk to them. No, those are tools. Those are ways to avoid awkwardness, avoid the fears. Those are tools. That's not overcoming fear, because let's say I walk up and I have those 7 tools and then my mind goes blank. What's going to happen? I'm going to be terrified again. I'm going to be afraid. The fear, I didn't conquer the fear. I just gave myself tools to avoid the fear. And so for me, it's in order to completely overcome fear, it's not facing the fear. It's not finding tools to avoid the fear or mask it or make it so the situation is easier to deal with because I feel prepared. It's put myself in that situation, just visualizations here, but putting myself in that situation in the worst possible way, so to speak, and I feel absolutely no fear. Walk up to the woman and my mind is blank and I have nothing to say and I'm not afraid at all. To me, that would be evidence of overcoming fear. Fear is gone. The situations might come to mind. This could happen. This might be, but I'm not afraid. Think about it. Okay. And as I've been pondering that, and as I've been thinking different things, and I've been, thinking about how to get to that point, one of the ideas that I've been thinking about and tossing around in my head that I feel is important is that I want to get to the point where, and I think it's important that in those fears, those things that I'm afraid of, how am I gonna get to the point where I can accept them and embrace them? And it's and I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff here that I should probably say, but this is what happens when you're off the cuff. But I feel like, and I can't look at my notes because then I can't see the screen. I can't make sure I'm on the screen still, but and I don't know if it's going to stay recording if I do that. But I think it's important to get to that point where I have found, in order to conquer the fear, where I have found something in that situation that I would normally be afraid about, that I want more, that situation can give me more, that I'm more excited about that situation for what it can give me, what it can bring me, the opportunities it can provide for me, that I'm more excited for that situation than I am afraid of the potential consequences and hurt and pain and whatever else that I might feel. So when I look at that situation that might be fearful, say being with a beehive, or that beautiful woman that I saw at AutoZone, or whatever it is, that when I think of that situation, I think of the fear that could be attached to it. I look at that fearful experience and I say, wow, I want that experience because it can provide me with X, or Y or Z. And so the desire to experience that, even though it's hard, even though it's whatever it is, the desire to receive the benefit from that experience outweighs the fear, or outweighs the potential consequences. And I think that's going to be one of the keys for me. And I don't know if I'm saying it very well in any intelligible way, but it made sense to me at the time. And in the verbiage that I noted it down, and I don't know exactly if I've said it the same way, but I feel like that's going to be key for me in overcoming fear, is getting to that point where I look at the circumstantial, or the circumstance, that experience, that potential experience, and I say, wow, the potential benefits so much more outweigh the potential pains and suffering and whatever else. But in order to get there, I may have to as at least one person has said, educate my desires. I may have to learn how to increase my desires for particular things. I may need to find a way to increase the motivation, anyway, I'm repeating myself, but increase that desire, because if my desire isn't strong enough, let's say I'm afraid of, X, Y, or Z, but I see that in that circumstance, that fearful circumstance, it's a really fantastic opportunity to learn self-discipline, to learn patience, to look on the bright side. And I go, wow, I want to be the kind of person that has that patience, that has that can look on the bright side in any circumstance, that can always be optimistic and say, and so if I can look at that experience that could also otherwise provide me with some negative, painful, uncomfortable feelings, if I can look at that and say, wow, this is such a great opportunity. I want this. That if that came to pass, I would embrace it, because it could give me X opportunity, X circumstance. Opportunity is probably just the best word. X opportunity to practice and grow and become what I'm really trying to become. And anyway, so those are the things I've been thinking about today, and I'd like to be more prepared in my videos, and hopefully maybe I will be, so it can be of more or benefit and value for all of you who are watching. But hopefully this has been of value today. It's been a good day for me in pondering, and we'll just keep on this wild ride. My name is Stephen Carman. You can follow me at stephencarman.com and follow this journey. I hope this is beneficial for you. And Stephen with the PH, by the way, Stephen Carman, singular. If there's anybody you can think of who would benefit from this, please go ahead and share this video with them. I hope it's beneficial for you. If it is, please leave me a little message and say how it's helpful. And if you have any suggestions, please give me suggestions. I want to be as helpful as I can for you and for everybody as I go through this journey myself. Anyway, hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks.